All right, Shalom, your brother Shamar from the Phoenix camp. That being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QUADASH. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the brothers that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. I'm just going to jump right into the lesson. This is Psalms 58 and 10. It says, "The righteous shall rejoice when he sees the vengeance. We shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked." It says, the righteous shall rejoice, man. The men that are doing this work, the elect men, we're gonna be rejoicing when he sees the vengeance, and he will wash his feet in the blood of the wicked. So when we see that, that vengeance is something that's promised to us, man. That vengeance against our enemies is promised to us by the Most High. Our number one enemy being Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and these other nations, that persecuted us and done all manner of foul and wickedness to our people. We shall rejoice when we see his downfall, man. And if you're not in that spirit to want to see the downfall of Esau, Edom, then hey, you got demons on you, man. You got two-thirds of our people. They always try to fit the so-called white man into the plan of salvation. But what about white man? What about my friend Billy from work? Well, if he's a Edomite, he's not gonna make it. It don't matter if you go bowling with him or whatever the fuck you do. He ain't gonna make it, man. He's your enemy. It doesn't matter how nice he acts towards you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter if he's an Edomite. He's your enemy, plain and simple. You don't know what he says behind your back. You don't know what he says when you're not around. He probably calls you a spick or a nigger or whatever the fuck he calls you, man. We have enemies, man. We have enemies. And Esau Edom, he's a deceitful enemy because he'll smile on your face, man. Hey, what's that song? It says, smile on your face, but deep inside they want to take your place. The backstabbers, man. The backstabbers. I forgot who sings it, but yeah, that's what it's called, man. They smile on your face. I think the OJs, yeah, the OJs sing it, man. The backstabbers, man. That's what it called. That's what it called. And there's other one called smiling faces. Smiling faces show no traces of the lives they hide within, man. Hey, that's a perfect description of Esau Edom, man. Our enemies. Anyways, I'm gonna get back into the lesson. So the righteous shall rejoice when he sees the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked, so that a man shall say, verily there is reward for the righteous. So hey, that's what's gonna happen, man. They're gonna say, hey, look, hey, when they see that the Lord is taking care of his elect, when the Lord is protecting the men that did his work, they're going to see that, man. They're going to see verily that a man shall say, verily the reward for the righteous. Verily he is a power that judges in the earth. They're going to know that this thing is all true, and this thing is all real, man. They're going to know that. They're going to see that. They're going to say that. They're going to say like, wow, the Lord is protecting those men. The Lord's moving on behalf of those men. Because that's what the scripture says, man. Hey, that's going to happen. That's what we have to envision in our mind, man. We have to envision that. We know that Jacob's trouble is coming. We know Revelation 12 is coming, and it's here. We know all these things, man. That's why we have to hold on and envision these scriptures. That no matter what happens, in some way, shape, or form, the Lord is going to take care of the elect. Most High willing, we be those men. Most High willing, we endure unto the end and hold fast to this truth, man. With that, I'm gonna get Salakia, Isaiah 33 and 18. This is Isaiah 33 and 18, and it says, "Thine heart shall meditate terror," man. Hey, so hey, that's a righteous thing to do. Brothers always talk about all the time, man, about the things that they're going to do, what acts of vengeance and violence they're going to take on our enemies, man, in the kingdom. For whenever the Lord puts a spirit on us to do so, it's a righteous thing to meditate terror, to think about those things. They meditate terror on us, man. You can best believe that. That's been proven. Not only do they meditate terror, they act upon it. So it's a righteous thing, man, to meditate terror upon our enemies, to wish evil upon our enemies. It's a righteous thing. It is a righteous thing, man. It's a righteous thing to throw curses, to say curses against our enemies. to throw a curse at the people, at people, man. And that's righteous thing, man. That's part of scripture. David did it. David threw all kinds of. If you read this book of Psalms, David called the Most High to do all kinds of things to his enemies. He pretty much he put curses on them. That's a righteous thing to meditate terror and to put curses on our enemies, man. It says that Isaiah 33:18 says, "Thine heart shall meditate terror. Where's the scribe? Where's the receiver? Where's the key that comes to the towers out?" So basically, we're going to think about vengeance against our enemies, and that's a righteous thing, man. Instead, I'm going to get Isaiah 3:10. There's a few quick scriptures, man, to you see all the world situation that's going on. We know that prophecies are coming quickly to pass, man. And we know that the Lord's moving his chess pieces around for things to take place. We're seeing the downfall of America right before our eyes, which is a beautiful thing, man. And if you're not in that right spirit, then something's wrong with you. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, man. Isaiah 3:10 says, "Say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him." So that's beautiful, man. That means that meditate on that. Think about that. Say you to the righteous, it should be well with them. We're going to be in a good state, most high willing, we be those elect men, man. And that's why we always say most high willing, man. We say that in humility and humbleness and meekness of spirit. And we're hoping to be the elect, man. We're hoping to be worthy of that predestination. We don't know. That's what we're fighting for. We don't know if we're the elect. We know that we've been called to do this work, but we don't know if they're elect. We're hoping to be. We're fighting that good fight of faith to be. We're seeking our own salvation with fear and trembling. But we know that if we are those men, if we are the elect men, that everything's gonna be all right, man. Say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. Verse 11: Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hand shall be given him. And hey, that's it. So we know we're gonna see the vengeance of our enemies, man. That's prophesied in the scriptures. And your pastor at your plantation Christianity church is not gonna bring the scripture out, man, because he's under that 501c3 charter, which doesn't allow him to do that. But with that, I'm gonna get Isaiah 56:13. There's a few quick scriptures, man. Brothers to hold in their mind, to envision, that the Lord's gonna take care of us, man. So like, is that it? Count is Isaiah 65:13. So like, it says Isaiah 65:13. It says, "Therefore thus says the Most High Power, Behold, my servant shall eat." And that's talking about the elect, the men that are called to be servants. The elect servants being the servant, another word for servant, slave. Those that have sacrificed and have enslaved themselves to this truth, to serve the Most High, man, to do the Most High's will, to do the things that are pleasing unto Him. Those are the servants of the Most High. Therefore, thus says the Most High Power, Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So that ye that's going to be hungry, that ye that's going to be thirsty, and that those that are going to be ashamed, that's going to be our enemies, and the 2/3 of our people, you so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans, man. Because if you're the elect, man, the Lord's going to have you in a good case. You're going to be all right, man. That's why it says, that's why we open that scripture, Psalm 50:10, say you to the righteous that it shall be well with him. Was that yeah, that was what it was. Psalms 58:10, man. Say you to the righteous shall rejoice. Say you to the righteous, it should be well with him, man. But that's what the scripture says, man. So so the Lord's gonna take care of his men that are doing his work, man. And that's something to keep in the back of your mind, man, because you're gonna need those scriptures when that Revelation 12:12 comes, man. That it's already here. That Revelation 12:12 is already here. That time of Jacob's trouble is already here. We just gotta see it escalate. That's all we're waiting for. We gotta see it escalate, man. Instead I want to get Slakia. Ezekiel 9 and 4, man. This is Ezekiel 9 and 4. And it says, and the Lord said, go unto him, go to the midst of the city, to the midst of Jerusalem, to, among our people, and set a mark upon the foreheads of them. Because remember, Jerusalem it's a people before it's a place. And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry. And those are the men that are out there doing this work, man. We're the ones that sigh and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, all the abominations in the midst of our people, man. All the abominations, all the wickedness that done. The men of the Lord are out there in the highways and hedges, sighing and crying about it, complaining to the Most High about it. We don't like it, man. Basically, we're crying to the Lord that we don't like this place. We don't agree with it. It doesn't agree with our spirit, man. And it says, so there's gonna be a mark upon those men, a spiritual mark. That's why you're reading the scripture, Psalm 15:10. The righteous shall rejoice. You shall watch the feet of the wicked. Thy heart shall meditate terror, man. Say ye to the righteous, it shall be well with him. That's Isaiah 3:10. Salakia. I thought it was another verse, but that's what it was. Isaiah 3:10. Say ye to the that's why it's gonna be right with us, because we're gonna have that spiritual mark upon us, that mark of protection, man. That's gonna separate us from the violence the violence and great judgment that's gonna come upon the earth. Most, like I said, most high willing, we be those men, and we always say that humbly, man. And to the others he said, in my hearing, go ye after him to the city, and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids, little children, and women, but come not near any man whom is the mark. And begin in my sanctuary, that they begin at the ancient men which were before the house, man. So that's going to happen. The scriptures are multifold. They're past, present, and future all at the same time. That's what the scripture says. I declare the end from the beginning. So these scriptures, that's why these historians, they always try to say, these so-called Bible scholars, they always try to say, well, that already happened. That already happened. Yeah, it might have already happened, but it has a multiple meaning to it. It's going to happen. It happened. It's going to happen again. Have you heard that saying that history repeats itself? The scripture says there's no new thing under the sun. So the Lord saved us out of a great captivity before, and He's going to do it again, man. He destroyed our enemies before with great another destruction, and He's going to do it again, man. He's going to do it again. He changes not, man. The Lord changes not. And that's something to rejoice about. Just thinking about it, that awesome power is going to come back and do the work that it did before in the ancient times. The awesome power of the Most High is going to come back, man. He's going to do the work that he did in the ancient time. He's going to let his angels loose again upon his world for the destruction of our enemies on behalf of the elect, on behalf of the Israelites. And that's a beautiful thing. And it's prophecy. And it's written in the scriptures. And there's no changing it. And there's no denying it. It's right there and it's written. And brothers can rejoice in that fact, man. I said I want to get Luke 10 and 19, man, because the Lord's going to give us that spiritual power to tread upon our enemies. And we have it to a degree right now, but that's going to increase. This 10:19, it says, behold, I give unto you, of course, these are the red words of YAHAWASHI, who he called Jesus Christ. It says, behold, I give unto you power. So the Lord has given us power, man. Spiritual power. Just like the Most High blessed Esau with the power of the sword. He has blessed his elect men with spiritual power, man. The power to what? Tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Notwithstanding in this, rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you. And that's what it is. That's all Esau is. He's just a wicked spirit. And he's just doing the things that he was programmed to do. The wicked shall do wickedly, the scripture says. So that's all Esau, Edom, just doing what he's supposed to do. At the end of the day, that's what it is, man. He's just doing exactly what he has been programmed and put on this earth to do. Notwithstanding in this, rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven. That's beautiful, man. So always have, that's what we should be rejoicing. Rejoicing the Lord, rejoicing. We should be rejoicing that the Lord's going to have that grace and that mercy upon us, man. Like I said, most high willing, we be those men. Instead, I'm gonna get Psalm 34 and 7. These are just a few scriptures that talk about the protection that the Lord has over his men. There's a divine protection, man. There's a special protection. There's a special hedge. There's a special guard. There's a special watch kept over the men that are doing his work. And you have to envision that, man. You have to envision. The apostle Gabar, he always says, man, he says, the things that you don't see are greater than the things that you can see. But to roughly paraphrasing, I don't remember exact words, but they're to that extent. So the things that we don't see, the spiritual realm, the protection that's put upon us in the spiritual realm, is greater than what we see in this physical realm, man. So there is protection put upon the men that are doing his work. There is a guard. There is a watch. There is a hedge. There is a spiritual keeping of the elect men. Psalm 34 and 7 says, just like it says, the angel of the Lord, so he sends his angels to protect us, and campeth round about them that fear him, and delivers them. So they're right next to you, man. They're right there in the midst of you. To envision that, man. That the Lord has sent an angel to protect you at all times, to steer your path, to guide your feet, to watch over you, if you are that elect man. Read that back again. It says, the angel of the Most High encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivers them, man. Hey, so that's what it is, man. These are just a few quick scriptures, that talk about how the Lord is with us, man. The Lord is with us, so we have to, take that into account, man, in everything that you do. The Lord is with you, and the angels are around you, sent by the Lord. And so we really can't, we shouldn't fear nothing but the Most High. Hey, that dude Tupac says only God can judge me. Yeah, that's right. Only God can judge you, and he is gonna judge you. And because he's the only one that can put death upon you. He can decide when you die and how you die. He can decide whether he opens your eyes or not. So yeah, so he can definitely he can only judge you, and he controls everything else around you. With that being said, hope the lesson was edifying. But let's keep on pushing, man. We see all the things that are happening. We just gotta stay in that spirit, man, and keep that vision. What's that one say? Ka halal YAHAWASHI. All praises to YAHAWASHI. Shalom.